Long, long ago, when the earth was new, the animals had no fire. And without fire, they kept bumping into one another.
Excuse me. I didn't mean to bump into you.
You stepped on my toe.
Oh,
Sorry, I couldn't see it.
Man, I haven't found any food.
yeah, there's no... How do you find the food? It's too dark.
It is dark.
I can't find any food at all. Oh, sorry, I bumped into you.
One day, Raven came swooping down. And he told the animals to come, for he had big news.
I've got big news. I have found it. I've seen it. Fire. Fire, it's beautiful. It's full of color.
What's color?
Oh, and it's heat. It's full of warmth.
Heat? What's heat? They had never known light, so they knew no color, and they only knew cold.
Look, somebody must go and bring back fire.
The animals looked to one another. Where'd you say this fire is?
Yeah, where's the fire? At the edge of the world. It's a long way away, but someone must go.
And Possum stepped forward.
I could go. I don't mind. I'll go get fire.
Oh, Possum. Possum was small, but he was quite the little warrior. He was fearless, but he knew nothing about fire.
I don't know anything about fire.
So he did not know how to prepare.
I don't know how to prepare, but I'll just go.
And the animals cheered him as he ran. Yay, Possum! And as Possum ran, he said, puckada, puckada, puckada. Let's say that with him. Puckada, 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 puckada. Puckada, 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 puckada. It was such a long way to the edge of the world. Puckada, 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 puckada.
Oh, fire! I found it. I found fire.
So Possum thought the lake of fire was beautiful.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
And he moved in close, mesmerized by its beauty.
I'm going to get a closer look.
But Possum got
oh,
too close.
oh.
His eyes got hurt.
Oh.
They became dark and singed.
Oh, my eyes.
Oh, poor Possum. Even today, Possum's eyes are very sensitive to the light, and he prefers to just go out at night. But Possum gathered up a hot burning coal, and he put it in his long fluffy tail to keep it safe.
I'll carry the fire in my tail. That'll keep it safe.
And he returned to his friends.
Puckada, 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 puckada,
puckada, puckada, puckada, puckada, puckada, puckada, puckada, puckada. Puckada, 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 puckada.
Hey, everybody, I brought back fire.
Where's the fire?
It's in my tail.
Show us.
Where's the fire? Where's my tail? Oh, no, my tail is gone.
When Possum looked to his tail, all the hair had burned away.
Oh.
And the fire was gone.
Oh.
And Possum was left with a bare tail.
Oh.
And never again did Possum grow any hair on his tail. When he saw that his fluffy tail was gone, he fell over in a dead faint.
Oh.
Poor Possum. Now who's gonna go? Said the animals. It should be somebody fast. And Buzzard swept down with his mighty, beautiful dark wings and his gorgeously colored head feathers.
I will go. I will go and bring back fire. I will fly over mountains and lakes and rivers. I will bring back the fire.
And Buzzard stretched his wings and flew off into the dark sky. And his wings made this sound. Woompa, woompa, woompa. Help us make Buzzard sound. Woompa, 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 woompa. He flew over mountains and rivers. Woompa, woompa. He flew over forests. Woompa, woompa. He flew until at last he saw the bright light of the lake of fire. He thought it was beautiful and he flew straight down to it.
Oh,
Oh my.
oh.
It was so hot. He had no idea fire was hot like that. But he bravely took a burning coal and he placed it in his beautiful head feathers to bring back to his friends. And then he flew back home as fast as he could because it was hot. Oompa, oompa, oompa. Oompa, oompa, oompa. Oompa, oompa, oompa. At last he landed in a tree near his friends. Where's the fire?
I brought it in my... Oh no, it's burned my head feathers and my head.
Oh, you look terrible.
Oh, I failed. Oh.
Poor Buzzard. He had every last beautiful feather burnt off his head, and to this day, no buzzard's been able to grow feathers on his head. Well, many other animals tried to bring fire back. Strong, fast, wise animals. But they all failed until Grandmother Spider came forward.
I will bring fire.
She said in her weak, humble voice. You? Ha! Called the others.
You're too little.
You're too weak.
You're too slow.
You're too old.
Yes, I am old, but I have listened to the stories you told about trying to get fire. I understand fire. I may be slow, but sometimes slow is better. And as far as being too little and too weak, I think not. You can measure strength in many different ways.
And so Grandmother prepared for her journey. She looked about and found some wet clay and fashioned it into a small pot that she placed on her head. And then she set out for that lake of fire. Slowly, step by step, she marched on and on and on. At last, she drew near the lake of fire.
Oh, fire, thank you for your beauty and for your heat. I would like to ask you if I could have one small coal to place in my clay pot.
And fire gave Grandmother Spider a tiny coal.
Thank you, fire.
Now the clay pot had had plenty of time to dry out, and it was ready to receive the fire. She put the pot on her head and started back on her long, long journey. As she walked, the coal grew bright and fired the inside of the pot, which made it strong. At last, Grandmother Spider returned home. Her friends gathered around her. Grandmother! Grandmother, where's the fire?
Did you bring fire?
Not so fast, everyone. First, bring me some logs and sticks and dry leaves.
Yes, Grandmother. And the animals quickly did as she asked. Then she carefully poured the coal onto the wood, and it burst into flames.
Yay!
The animals cheered.
Yay,
Oh,
Grandmother
Spider, you brought us light. In Grandmother's wisdom, she took some of the sparks from the fire and placed them inside the trees and the rocks, so others could make fire without going to the lake of fire. Grandmother Spider was very tired, but she knew she had one more task. Grandmother Spider climbed the highest mountain. With the pot on her head and the coals inside it. When she reached the top, she took the larger coal and she tossed it into the sky.
1, 2, 3, wow!
And that coal became the sun.
The sun.
Then she took the smaller coal and she tossed it into the sky.
1, 2, 3, cha!
And that became the moon.
The moon.
And then she gathered all the little sparks in the clay pot and she tossed them all up into the sky.
1, 2, 3, cha!
And they became the stars in the sky. Then she spun herself a web around the universe. To this day, she pushes and pulls on her web so that the sun and the moon and the stars move to give us day and night and the seasons of the year. It was Grandmother Spider who taught us so many things. She taught us about pottery and weaving. She taught us about fire and light and dark. She taught us that we are all connected in her web, each one of us having our place in this world.